Welcome everybody. Hope you're all amazing. This is for the collective. All right, so I pulled some cards so that I could look at the meeting and get an idea of what is this all about. All right, so welcome everybody. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you're amazing. Let's get started. All right, so in your current energy, or the block, sorry, this one was the block. All right, so the block is kind of like the challenge. What is there that needs to be accepted, needs to be acknowledged. This is what is holding you back from in your present situation. All right, so this energy is blocking you from your gift. All right, so what will you be receiving as a gift will be determined by how you are looking at what you're being challenged. All right, because challenges are always for growth. You know, we need to evolve. Sometimes we need a little push. The universe is okay. So the destroyer is all about that rejected energy. All right, so there's something that you are not wanting to look at, examine. This could even be just something you just had no knowledge about. You didn't have an idea. I feel like this is not something like you are denying about yourself. I feel like this is almost an awareness of why you are currently being blocked. I don't really feel like there's a big understanding of what it is, because the destroyer is quite a big energy. It sounds like a negative energy, but this isn't your energy right now. This is that block. So this is the energy that wants to come through. It's almost like if you picture this card upside down. Okay, so we're going to look at, in the dark aspect, self-destruction, negativity, unwillingness to rebuild. So to rebuild something, there needs to be there's this necessary yet painful work to do in the world right now. All right, I feel like this as the big picture, but what each of us can do is to work on ourselves, right? We can't work on everybody else. We can't change necessarily the world, right? But we can definitely open up different parts of ourselves. Sometimes we need to re-examine what exactly we're putting energy into. So the destroyer is the final of the 3 archetypes in the trio of existence. All right, so in this realm of the destroyer, this is where there is a lot of painful work to be done. All right, and just like the world, there's a lot of pain. We can't just reject that, right? We can't just close our eyes and forget about it. There's a need to understand, to have an awareness, and just that awareness will really open up the possibilities. All right, so culturally, we have an aversion to endings, and we hang on to permanence as a signifier of success. Yeah, so of course being determined and not giving up is amazing, right? We don't want to give up on relationships, don't want to give up on people, places, jobs, whatever. But sometimes there is a necessary step to take, because nothing can just stay the same forever, right? There is this need to always want to hold on to something because of that fear of just not knowing what to expect next. So this is, the destroyer pulls the rug out from underneath relationships, jobs, homes, and all forms of security. All right, so yeah, this is definitely, this is so that you can discover how powerful you are. Sometimes we just hold on to things because we're get comfortable. And then this is that energy when you get comfortable, too comfortable, and there's no growth, there's no movement. That's usually when we're shown that no, you didn't need to hold on to that. You didn't need that. You want, like, to want things and to need things are differently. It's the part of us that wants things to end. You can really see this, like, you can see the eyes. See, it's like in the dark. There is something that is calling to you, and it's not dark energy. It's just, it always feels dark, right? It's the connection between all the cycles. There's 3 cycles, right? So in the cycles of life, this is the one that is kind of like, it is that reason this something needs to end so you can discover your true purpose. So it's like you're lighting up your own sky. So yeah, the destroyer does not want us to linger long in comforts. Wants you to remember what you are. It's almost like this bright light. It's almost like it catches you as remembering who you are, that you have a purpose here. You see like a circle around this. It's like looking at something from a different lens. So know that whatever you're feeling discomfort in right now, know that it is pulling you out of this energy because there's not enough happening right now that you're needing to move forward. So if you linger too long in comforts, not much tends to happen. So this destroyer energy is not a bad thing. It's just a part of the process. You can't have a beginning without an ending, and you can't have an ending without a beginning. So this is the realm of closing off from things that you are tending to hold on to too tight. Okay, we can't possess anything. So with its piercing eyes, as you can see the eyes, with its piercing eyes, it seeks out stagnancy from a distance, and the rest becomes history. In the old myth, this is the moment when heads begin to roll. The ground opens up and the castles crumble. Hold on for the ride, the destroyer has arrived. All right, so yeah, that's the block. So the challenge is holding on for the ride, holding on to the ride, like getting on the ride. Because there's something opening up, and it's almost like it feels like it's swallowing everything. Almost like that black hole. Black hole swallows everything. But really, it's like opening up to everything. So don't be deceived that this is a negative energy. As you can see, like this reminds me of like a ribbon. It's being wrapped around this. It's like you are protected. This is a purpose that is happening for you. Okay? So this is all about the redirection of your life. Really fast redirection. I feel like you're trying to distance yourself from this. You're trying to hold on to history. You're trying to hold on to the past. When this is seeking to create something new, right? Just like castle crumbling, it's only crumbled because it wasn't strong enough. It wasn't. It needed an upgrade. It needed some maintenance, you know. So this is wanting you to jump on the ride of life. It's like yeah, the more we hold on to things, the more things want to remind you that you're not moving this way. So every act of creation is first of all an act of destruction, right? And you have to take something, turn it into something else. It's all part of growth. All these challenges, you know, it's really to take you out of your comfort, and that's where we grow the most, all right? Is our places we didn't expect. Okay, so this is all about, that wasn't the right one. Okay, so yeah, so the ocean. The ocean is your energy. So it's like the ocean is this place of an unconsciousness, subconscious, all right, where the subconscious happens. And the ocean is 80% of Earth. So you think about it, the subconscious holds a lot of information. It holds a lot of reveals, truths. It's almost like in this, it's almost like I feel like you're in this time where, see, it's like the ocean can be quite destructive, and it also can be calm, this tranquility. And I feel like right now you're in this tranquil space where you are, you're holding on to this little part of the ocean when there's so much more to discover about yourself, about who you are and your purpose. So I feel like your purpose is meant to pull you out of these comforts so that you can grow and discover different parts of yourself, different parts of life. There's so much more out there that you need to get out of this smaller energy where you are kind of closing yourself off from everything. And beyond this, it is like there's miracles, magic. This is where creation happens. This is where your intuition, and it's almost like what is going on in this ocean, in the darkness, in the what you can't see. There is something meant to be brought to the surface, into the consciousness. So your purpose is not meant to stay in this hole, stay in this safe spot. You've gotten too comfortable, you've adapted, and I feel like there's this space right now for new adventures. And it's like the ocean is unlimited. It's limitless. There's so much of the ocean that we haven't discovered. It's like, and I feel like there's so much more to discover, because sometimes the waves are going to be really high. It's going to be chaotic, right? And those are times, challenges to discover something else about yourself. It really creates a stronger version of you. All right, so the unconscious, the depths, the power of the ocean is unmatched. So know that right now you are in the energy where you are extremely powerful. It's time to step into this energy of getting out of your comfort, getting out of being closed off to all the different possibilities. So just by the sheer volume of the ocean, it represents the unconscious. All that is beyond our understanding. We cannot live within the ocean. We cannot claim it, manage it, or own it. So this is, okay, so you're bursting with opportunities all around you. And this is the time where I feel like you may be trying to control the outcomes, you may be trying to control what the universe is opening up for you. I feel like you're trying to manage your life and claim energy, like claim, like possess energy, trying to own and stay in your current energy, where you cannot just stay where you are. There's this need to flow, to move, to go beyond. All right, so right now I feel like what you're rejecting, and the destroyer is that rejected energy, it rejects our every attempt to dominate nature. All right, so right now your energy is rejecting what your current situation is. There needs to be an understanding that your power is calling to you. There's this overwhelming power from your subconscious that's calling to you, and it is wanting to go outside of your everyday. You need to be inspired. There's this need to be inspired in the ocean, to be invigorated about life. So it dissolves the little us. Yeah, so you're meant to break out of the thought patterns that you're holding, and you're limiting your life right now. You're limiting yourself to not getting to know the bigger picture, the other things about yourself to discover. So the energy of the ocean is present. There is change stirring that is beyond any change you've known before. So it's like you have these subconscious thoughts that are grand. They're limitless. They're coming in, and I feel like you don't want to get wet. You don't want to put your foot in the water. You know, you don't. The universe wants you to jump right in, dive right in, you know, and you'll realize how amazing you'll feel. So it's all about being inspired. Be inspired to go outside of the lines, grow outside of the lines, not to minimize yourself. The ego must be dissolved. The saline swells, work on your every cell, your fibers, your deepest underlying beliefs. Like Aphrodite, we rise from the ocean's froth, a new being. Life is change. Let the waves crash. All right, so even if like you're going to go through these cycles of the waves are crashing, it feels like you're not able to control what's going on. This is to break you out of those cycles of control and managing every aspect, because life sometimes does bring in energy where we can't control it. And there's reasons for that. So not to destroy yourself, destroy your purpose, destroy your path by allowing fear to keep you small. There's so much to discover, and you won't even realize how amazing it'll feel if you stopped resisting the change. All right, so the gift you're going to be receiving, your gift is the Forest. All right, so the Forest is actually the card right after the Ocean. So this change, this transformation of these subconscious thoughts that are really pushing you, and I feel like you're creating it without even knowing it, because it's like your higher self is pushing you towards change, transformation. So it really feels like things are ending that are too comfortable. So you could connect with an abundance of the journey of life. It's like you're not done learning, you're not done growing. Keeping yourself too small and closed off will cause interference, and these events are just going to keep happening until you realize you can't hold on to anything. That life has a purpose for us. Life has a purpose for you. All right, so the memories of the forest. All right, so this is kind of like the jungle, the thicket, the woods. It's all about where you find your magic, right? In the places where you don't always expect. I remember when you're a kid, you loved being in the forest, right? Now I feel like there's a more of a less enchanted energy, but it's almost like it's dark, it's scary, you know, there's weird noises. But that's those uncomfortable places. That's where magic and childlike wonder is created. You know, in those places where we're unsure, we feel a little unsafe, you can't predict what's going to happen. So this is like where you find your fear, your enchantment, and you feel like you're even losing your way. This is where you will discover a secret mystical treasure. So you're being gifted that these experiences that the universe is creating, you start to understand that this is where the greatest treasures are, right? The sunken treasure. If you don't look for it, you'll never find it. So the forest has a very magical energy, but it requires for you to enter it. And I feel like this is where the subconscious is wanting you to go into that dark, not dark, but like into that place that feels, it's new. You never been, you know, it's, you're unsure. And that's the magic of it, the magic of discovering. And you'll feel a little uncomfortable. So when you enter, first you're required to enter the forest, all right? And then that you get lost. So it's not like you're lost, and you're trying to be found. You never really realized that you were lost because you were stuck somewhere. You're stuck in this realm. You're stuck in this not movement, and that's keeping you from your magic. So once you take this move and create this change, it's going to transform how you look at your journey. You're really going to discover something really important about your journey. So the gift of taking that first step, getting lost in it, you may think there is a path to lead you straight through, but soon enough, you'll be on what is known as the pathless path. The pathless path, right? Something you didn't even know was there. So there are tricksters here, dense foliage, and an entanglement, right? So you get a little tangled up, and that's how you learn how to untangle yourself. These things didn't happen for you. You'll never learn how to you'll really lose out on the opportunity to get lost in the magic within yourself. So there is present also of the glimmers of the fairy light and friends amongst the trees. So in this self-discovery, something that you feared, you're going to actually learn that you are connecting with the earth, connecting with getting back to grounding yourself on what life is all about, those moments of self-discovery. And I feel like you would never have discovered this about yourself because you were in a limited belief. And the only way we get out of that is by life happening for us, not to you. Life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. All right, so this gift is going to bring you on a new adventure, all right? An adventure that is going to be calling your purpose, your energy. It's going to bring out this light within you that you didn't even know was there, because you're always looking for the light in the physical. You'll never really discover. But in this time when you let go of the need to control every aspect of your life, this gets you back to that energy of a child, you know, the earliest memories of a forest. This is when you thought it was a little bit scary, but exciting, you know. You discover all these little treasures in the forest, you know. You discover there's things to a new path. You discover magic. You discover that there are multiple paths. Okay, so you're on an adventure now. There's no turning back. So embrace the dim light and the moving shadows, whether literal or imaginal. Brave the forest and get lost getting found. So this is that childlike wonder that I feel like maybe was being blocked, being an adult, you know. This is destroying the ideas of how you need to be. You must be like this. If you're a certain age, you have to be like this. You have to dress like this. It's like you are who you are. This is all limiting belief systems, you know, where we're all different energies. You can't represent yourself by how other people live their life. So you're on this pathless path, and this is where you're going to discover this magical energy. So this is about reconnecting to the depths of yourself. Be inspired. You get in the forest, you're going to be inspired, you know. We have like the borealis lights up here, very mystical and magical. Feel like it's a spiritual journey. It's almost like when you go on those spiritual retreats. That's what this is reminding me. You know, you really learn something about yourself. You can't live within the same energy forever. And even though even though it can feel cold before you get in the water, it can be salty, it can feel like you just don't want to do it, you're resisting it. This is where you need to be present. You need to be present in the change that your ego is limiting you. And the most amazing things about ourselves we discover in times of challenges, times of the deepest reveals. And I feel like it activates every part of you. It kind of like, almost like when you're listening to a certain song, your favorite song, you know, the music speaks to you and it actually repairs your DNA. The wrong frequency can actually destroy it. So I feel like you need to get outside, get into this energy of creation within the things that you can't physically touch or see, but they go on. They're very real. They're very real. And it's the world beyond existence. So let yourself discover the depths of your soul. Step into a new phase. This energy is going to be a powerful transformation of self-discovery, of doing things that you never thought you would be able to do. So to destroy something is to uncover your true purpose. And yes, it is painful, right? This is painful to accept. But the destroyer, it seeks out stagnancy. So from a distance, it's like something from the past, it wants to be recreated with the energy that you've learned, with the lessons and everything. And it's like now you're grown, you've evolved, you've outgrown something. Maybe having a negative outcome on what you are discovering in this ocean because maybe you don't want to go and you want to stay in just a small part of the ocean. You don't want to go over there because you don't know what's over there. It might be scary. It might hurt you. It might make you sad. And you'll never know unless you actually try and go out there, right? You don't want to look back on life and regret not creating and not taking those opportunities. Because stagnancy, if there's stagnant water goes bad, right? That energy will almost like destroy you. Or this is just the energy of trying to open you up to different possibilities. That something needs to fall. And I feel like you keep trying to rebuild what's already broken. Letting things flow with the current. Acceptance. A time for reflection, forgiveness. I feel like this could be like a time of reflection you're having as well. So you're being carried down a stream of transformation. And I don't feel like you plan to go there. But you can't return to the energy that you were. You can't. This is like almost like you're birthing something new. So there's something that you are needing to accept, needing to step into letting go of control. So water has a special gift for reflecting back to us a new and dreamlike vision. With a little bit more lightness, grace, and fluidity, keep in mind the you that stands within the river, the water, is the real you, full of deep emotion and potential, nothing to hide, nothing to judge. May you drink in the sight of your true self. Yeah, so accepting and forgiving the things that we cannot change, forgiving others, maybe they can't change, and to accept life with a lightness. Even if you're in this, because your gift is this forest. It may feel dense, but the light of the sky And this is where magic happens. I feel like you have unlimited potential, and your magic is being limited right now. Me, as you're having a reflection of it's like the universe trying to show you how truly powerful. So destroying this limited belief system is this acceptance of the real you. Because what was with you before is no longer with you. All right, it's old energy. All right, so I wrote some notes. So the ocean is limitless energy. Every day is a chance to discover a new aspect about yourself. Doors are everywhere. Keep your vision clear. Expect some waves, setbacks, and deep dives. These are essential for profound treasures, new discoveries, and transformation. I feel like your DNA is vibrating right now, so pay attention to what you're allowing in your life, because it's almost like frequency, people, energy. It's when you're feeling like disrupted, you're feeling uneasy. I feel like because something is asking you to grow and transform and not to stay in an energy that is holding you back. So the earth consists of mostly water. Our bodies are 80% water. And waters are emotions, they hold memories, and they can change forms. So what you are, that's why I feel like that this is why your gift is in this feeling of a dark place, where you're not in a dark place, you're just in the subconscious, right? In the unknown, you know? That is where you discover all these beautiful things about yourself. This is where you're able to manifest. This is where you're able to hear your intuition. You can connect with your higher realms. It's almost like going into a portal into the forest, you know, and like you didn't think you were lost, but when you find yourself, you realize you were lost all along. So this is all about, your gift is discovering the beauty within the journey, within the forest. You find beauty places that you never thought you'd find, a deeper connection to who you are. Facing fears, you have more to explore. So do not fear the unknown, because the unknown is only scary because life is misinterpreted, right? Like it's almost like upside down. Sometimes we get too caught up in the light. It can actually burn you, right? Because you need that dark. You need the dark to heal and discover truths and discover magic. You discover things about yourself, your true self. This higher elevation. All right, so I'm going to pull a little bit of tarot, and I'm going to close this off, guys. Hope you're still here. Beautiful soul family. All right, I'm going to pull 3 cards, 1 for each. I'm going to see what happens here. All right. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Did I just get 3 cards? Thank you, universe. Look at that. Okay. So in your current energy, we have the 5 of Cups. This is regret. This is Scorpio energy. And it's like, again, you're in this hole. It's like you've dug this hole of regret, sadness, past situation, and negativity, just looking at things from a bad, like a negative outlook, you know, where there is these steps to bring you to a new start, or to connect. It's almost like you're the stagnant water again. You're just draining your energy in this pool that is not moving. It's keeping your belief system. It's draining you. It's pulling you into this hole. So discovering that you have been maybe lost all along in who you were. You're lost in this ocean where you're meant to explore. It's almost like whatever has happened, it has happened so that you can I feel like you're stuck in this illusion of who you are and what you're meant to be. And when it didn't work out, you just expected, okay, well, that's it. You know, I have nothing else to do, nothing else to, that was my whole purpose. But look, there's magic, right? You're not like their treasure. So in these times of loss, these times where things don't work out, in these times of transformation, letting go, you see there's trailing into a different direction on this path, you know, and you have unlimited potential out here. So you're still meant to explore there's much more of your journey you're meant to explore. And you're just getting started moving into this, moving into pulling yourself out of this energy. That the magic, you never lost the magic, is always within you. But you're draining your energy, not allowing it to flow, not moving. When the destroyer is actually, it is the treasure. It is what releases you. It's like you are the Nine of Cups. This is like wish fulfillment, discovering that something about yourself, not holding on to all these emotions, all these cups, no longer burdened by emotions, feelings of, and now just releasing everything. That's you're discovering the treasure once you take that jump. You know, you go outside of the lines. You trust your instincts. Your instinct is pulling you to burst out of this small energy that's keeping you. It's like you're in the ocean and it's like you're protected in this bubble. So you're not allowing the water to touch you. You're not allowing the water to cleanse you. And then when you release yourself, you dive right into the water, belly flop, cannonball. It's like, wow, this water feels really good. It's cleansing. I can move anywhere. There's so many things that I've never discovered. And it's like, that's that treasure at the bottom of the ocean, you know, but needing to know that sometimes things that are ending is part of the cycle. It's the ending of a cycle. So know that this beginning is going to be offering you much. It's like you're being offered, you're going from this little kiddie pool to the ocean, you know. It's like you didn't know there was so much potential because you were being drained and you were putting all your attention, your focus on a limiting thought, and you weren't able to see all of the creativity, all of the beauty that the ocean offers. And it's like until you dive in, you won't discover your treasure, the gift, where all the magic happens, all your wishes, all your freeing yourself and creating this new energy. But something needed to end. So don't hold yourself in regret. Know that Treasure Island is all around you. You're just being kept in this energy so that you could see that you didn't want to be there. So that when you're in this forest, you are discovering the magic. 8 of Wands, coming really fast. It's like once you accept this and you let yourself go wander around and explore, magic happens really fast. 8 of Wands, that's fast action coming in. Fast growth, fast. It's like it's like you start to discover things about you right away. It all connects. In full speed ahead, you're opening up. You're opening up these doors to a magical realm where everything connects, just like the 8. 8 is the eternal sign. It's infinite. It's what goes up may go down. And it's that constant cycle of sometimes things don't work out and then something positive will happen. So sometimes when we feel like we're in this dark, scary place of fear, you're actually in this beautiful, magical, enchanted place where the fairies are, and you are needing to break out of being closed off from new possibilities happening, all right? Because this time of reflecting is so that you can break out of that old energy and go off on a path that you didn't see before. See that path? That's almost like the forest, right? You don't go on just a path, you go on a pathless path. And needing to just look at things in a different direction. Just need to take that first step into the water, you know, and you realize how it makes you feel, and you feel this burst of joy, of awareness, of feeling. Sometimes going into a place that doesn't feel comfortable and safe is almost like it wakes you up to wakes up every cell in you, you know. It's almost like it's like doing something new. It wakes up this new creation within you. It wakes up this potential you didn't know you had, and wakes up things that you didn't realize how strong you were, how powerful you were, and you didn't know that those paths existed. And yeah, it's like you have been broken down so you are able to grow stronger. And look, the forest, look, you're in the forest energy, and look at you. Now you are, it's like now you are growing the safe space in a place of uncertainty. You realize it was to bring you to growth happening in a place that you never would have expected it. I feel like you're meant to turn the dial. You're meant to turn so that you can grow stronger from all of these times. Anything that has challenged you, any kind of pain, any kind of hurt, loss, don't you realize that something, it's like you learn the wisdom, you learn to see over the mountains, over the challenges, and you see it from a bigger picture of you look at life with a different perspective, with a higher view, a different perspective. And it creates this change, it creates this new pattern that you can grow anywhere, even in uncomfortable. And then you take it to a next level of, you don't just make it out of the forest, you become one of the strongest trees. And what this brings you to create happiness within yourself, that you create the happiness. So the work that you put into yourself creates success. Your success, you're the most successful. The greatest success happen in those times of challenges where you don't think you're going to be able to make it, and you resist, and then you are greeted with success, with power, with gains. You unlock your gifts, your magical gifts of opportunities, adventure, creating higher limits so that you're no longer keeping yourself small in this safe space, but you grow. It's like you're growing, and it's like you're growing stronger, you're growing and your eyes are closed, so it's like you're growing in places that where you felt uncomfortable, you're now realizing these are the most calming experiences. Independent growth, creating this new harvest, planting new seeds, strength. And I feel like you're just beginning this journey, but you're finding yourself to be adapting to a whole new way of looking at life, pulling your purpose, pulling yourself out of the comfortable, and discovering so much more possibilities. And I feel like this is just going to pull you away from that limited belief systems, that everything is an opportunity to grow. And sometimes in those dark places, these are opportunities to grow, to look at life, the challenges of life, as it is time for you to move out of that safe space, because you are an infinite being, and the success is always within the way you look at life. The dial will always turn. What goes up must go down in the same way around. And that's the treasure, is that life is always offering opportunities. So let go of anything that is keeping your mind stuck. There is this path. If you just turn your perception to see that you're meant to grow in this vast ocean. You're limitless. You're a limitless being that creates magic. Creates magic in those dark places. All right? I hope that helps. Until next time, collective. Bye.